I am the Red Cyclone! Ah!
Hello and welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. This is the episode for 2/10/18. I am your host Louis Beans, and I am here with Wreck with the Mic.
Yep.
And Commander Farrell.
Sweetness.
All right, so
in the toilet.
God damn it! Did we drop there that early?
Toilet humor starts early.
Oh, all right. Listen, keep it above chin level. All right.
Yeah.
This week we're gonna be continuing the verdict with Avengers.
Yeah,
right?
buddy.
We also were gonna give our little thoughts on, but not really so much of a review on the TMNT trailer for the Ninja Turtles in Injustice 2.
Yeah.
And I guess our thoughts on the Venom teaser, but not really. It's just that it was really short.
And the Deadpool trailer.
And yes, and the Deadpool trailer, which we also and we all love. But we're gonna go into detail anyway.
Yeah.
Also gonna mention MVCI not being at Evo, which is a big deal. The leaked DLC roster for Dragon Ball. There's a few characters out there. And I guess maybe some general Monster Hunter talk.
Oh.
That's about it. So
let's start with the verdict.
Yeah.
Get that out the way. Verdict this week is Avengers. Next week will be Iron Man 3. So Avengers, I rewatched it for the first time in probably 2 years.
Okay.
I forgot about the beginning of the movie. And that beginning of the movie is so key to everything that's going on right now.
Yes.
Like that, it just nails everything in the fucking. Like, yes, I forgot about this. That's why it's happening. There you go.
Well, it basically literally sets the stage for everything that is to come.
Yes. Why we're doing all these movies. It pretty much set the stage for everything. And I really dig it. I really dug how they did it. And Loki's pretty much a hired gun to get the Tesseract and shit. And he gave him the power to get the Tesseract, but he then failed.
Yeah, with a question mark. Yeah.
Just a real quick question. When it's all said and done, how many movies is it? 22 altogether?
Yeah, it's close to around there.
Damn, Jesus Christ, gone.
Just a stand-up thing. They just announced their 1 year anniversary, the 10-year anniversary of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes, I did.
They did a big tribute to all the movies that came out and all the actors that were in it and everything like that. So that was actually pretty cool. If you look on IGN or Entertainment Weekly, you'll see the videos there. They're really cool.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so Avengers kicks off with Loki pretty much being hired by Thanos to get the Tesseract. Well, not Thanos, but Thanos' I'll say Thanos' bitch.
Who is it? Like
it's some alien dude. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was some alien.
They don't have like a name.
He didn't really have a name or anything like that. He never stated his name, or Loki never said his name.
Okay.
But he pretty much talked in like if Thanos was listening kind of thing more than anything.
All right.
So he was hired to pretty much to get the Tesseract, and he was pretty much saved in order to get the Tesseract.
Okay. Gotcha.
So supposedly he's supposed to die in Thor, but no, he was just saved, and Thanos was like, I have better plans for you. You're going to get this from me, and I'll bring you to Earth.
Is that because of the fact that they had it before? So they have something?
Yeah.
Okay.
They found it with Captain America. They found the Tesseract with Captain America. And
Right. At the end, Captain America, they grabbed it and took it away because that was part of the whole Red Skull's plan of blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. So when Captain America got buried, the Tesseract also got buried, and when they found Captain America, they found the Tesseract as well.
Yes.
And then you got that. Let's take that off your hands.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So they're pretty much Shield themselves was trying to. So basically, Thanos gave him an army to take hold of the Tesseract. So basically, that's the army that he brought in, and he made a big portal in the sky in order to get them in and all that stuff. Like this movie in general, I thought it was really good. I like I like the non-trusting of the team, and I like the whole just development of the team. Yo, you're breathing in really loud.
We can hear everything.
Yes, we hear everything. We hear your struggles.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So I really dug the commodity of the team. The Shield doing their little back business and trying to make weapons off of Tesseract and all that stuff, which later on becomes very hypocritical of Iron Man saying, "Oh, you should not be using that for that," and then he goes on and you know what happens after that.
Yes.
But
I was gonna say the one thing I do like about the movie is I like the way they showcase everybody's skill set.
Yeah.
Like it starts off with Loki being Loki, but he's a conniving sneak.
Yeah, and taking over people's bodies and souls and
exactly. You get to see you get to see the villains be the villains. You get to see them lay out the groundwork for who's who.
Yeah.
This is the movie. I forgot that this is because I saw it. I went and rewatched it as well. This is the movie as well that this was the one with Scarlett Johansson, my bad, but Black Widow being captured, and she's on an away mission or whatever. She's doing something personal, and that's the part where they have her hidden and they're gonna torture her, and she beats up those henchmen and stuff.
Yeah.
Agent
Romanoff.
Yeah.
Didn't they call her? Oh yeah. They call her mid whatever interrogation.
Right, mid interrogation, right? And she was in the middle of interrogating. Just like that misdirection.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
it was what made me laugh was the fact that he called the guy's phone. He didn't call her phone.
Right.
And then he was like, "Oh, it's for you." And then she was like, "I'm busy. They're growing really good. Yeah, I let them go." And she like that. So it made me laugh.
That this person is not to be fucked with.
Yes. And then she was sent also to get Hulk.
Yes.
Which was Bruce Banner, and I guess he's back in country, Brazil. I guess he went back there. He was like a doctor. He was actually taking care of people there and all like that. They sent him back. They all had their points of what they were doing before going into the team and all.
Right, everyone was into their lives.
Yeah.
And it's like all of a sudden this thing has to be brought together, and reluctantly so, as would be of getting any group of strangers together. You know what I mean?
I just like how they show they all have different talents, but they all work together.
Yeah.
Right.
And they do fight.
Their talents complement each other.
Yeah. They do fight, and they go through growing pains throughout the movie.
Yeah,
right, because personalities could clash. Like the juxtaposition of freaking Captain America and Tony Stark's personalities clashing makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
it just makes for good writing. It makes for good storytelling, and obviously, history shows that yes, it did.
What I was gonna say is that they show that at least, unlike, and I don't want to dump on Justice League because I didn't see it. I'm not going to, but they built up every character.
Yeah.
And you felt that every character was necessary, and you didn't really stand there and like, why is this person? And I mean, even though Hawkeye got the short end of the stick by getting taken over, he still got to showcase who he was by the end of the movie.
Yeah,
and I didn't realize how many trick arrows he actually uses.
Yeah, he used the fucking everything. He used his whole arsenal.
Yeah. Like I was thinking, oh, he just shot some arrows, but then if you start paying attention to what each arrow does, it's something different.
Yeah,
it's like a grenade arrow, got a tracking arrow, got a splitting arrow.
Towards the end when he shot, what are the aliens called, the Chitauri?
Yeah.
When he shot the Chitauri in the face, and then it spread shot outwards.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
like-
fucking great. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it was so
yeah.
quick. If you didn't pay attention to it, you miss it.
And Loki fucking catching one, thinking he's all slick, and then it blew up in his face. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Um,
that's everything I like.
But I like the whole team camaraderie. I like when they all fought each other and they saw like the growing pains of the team. And then they all start showing the strong points of like pretty much Captain America leading because he has the experience of fucking leading the charge and stuff like that. I always liked Captain America's character in general because he never judged people directly towards them. He always saw everyone as a soldier. And he always treated everyone equally.
Yeah, that's the thing I was gonna say. He treated people equally, even if he didn't agree with them.
Yeah,
because you see that with him and Tony.
Yeah, and that's something that I like Cap a lot for. Even in the comic books, that was something that I actually mentioned to you last cast that with Deadpool, like he's one of the only people that actually respected Deadpool for a person and not see him as a freak that he is.
Everybody gets the benefit of the doubt until proven otherwise.
Exactly. So like if you're gonna be like, he treats everyone as a soldier. If you're gonna, I don't care who you are, as long as you take my back, that's what I see, and that's pretty much what he is, and that's how he plays. So I really like, and I think Chris Evans was probably. I don't think no one could take his place as Captain America.
Casting extraordinaire.
As in Steve Rogers.
Right.
I don't
It would
think
have to be a different cast.
They should not cast. Yeah. They should not cast for Steve Rogers ever again. They should take Bucky. They should put Bucky or Falcon but don't cast Steve Rogers again.
That's how I feel like Green Lantern. Do Jon Stewart or do another one.
Nah, that movie was too bad. You could do
You could do Hal Jordan again.
Yeah, you could do Hal Jordan. You could do Hal Jordan.
He technically wasn't the problem with that movie. Ryan Reynolds, that's Hal Jordan wasn't the problem. Let's be clear.
It's not even that. He's never gonna be Hal Jordan again. It's just nobody.
It was the gummy bear. It was the gummy bear suit and the rest of the story.
That's what I said. Like it wasn't Ryan Reynolds the problem with that movie.
Yeah.
But I still feel like if they bring Green Lantern back to just get away from that, do a different Green Lantern.
But that's the thing with Captain America. Like Captain America is Captain America. Everyone knows Captain America as Steve Rogers and nothing like that. You know, if you read currently, you'll know about the other Caps, but mainly the Captain America you know and always the one I always loved was Steve Rogers, and that's the character that I always knew. So basically, Chris Evans captured Steve Rogers perfectly, and he's probably one of my favorite characters through the whole MCU. I think his character was probably the strongest of most of them that came through this whole thing. Chris Hemsworth was the perfect Thor. I think they just got like casting nailed with the whole Marvel MCU.
So like in a perfect world, you get Chris Evans playing Superman because he could play the Boy Scout we all want Superman to be.
Pretty much, Captain America is the Boy Scout you want as Superman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With slight differences in character, but like after hearing you talk about it and after looking at Chris Evans as Superman, it's like that's what he's supposed to. That's what Superman is. Like he's the good. Like people try to make him international. Like he's American boy. He's just that's what he was. You know, truth, justice, and the American way was his tagline. And it's like our new incarnation. Which again, I'm not 100%. Oh, the new incarnation is trash. It's like everyone is up to an adaptation of a character for writing. But like from what you told me, that's what you prefer. Like good old hopelessly optimistic Superman who, you know, there's good in everyone. Unquestionably, he believed that there's good in everyone.
Yeah.
He never had those doubts that they show in other movies. Sorry.
And in this movie, Cap is pretty much that embodiment. So
yeah, he's that embodiment. He does have his little words.
Too. He has acrobatics too.
And then he has his words with Tony Stark. That's probably one of my favorite lines. That you're just a man in the suit. Without the suit, you're just nothing but a man.
Just nothing but a man. Yeah, this is true.
And that was something that he actually, honestly, Tony Stark tried to learn after this. Was he tried to get better in being a better person outside the suit than in the suit.
He's still a billionaire, playboy, genius, philanthropist.
Yeah, but he still can't.
Outside the suit.
But he can't fight for shit.
It's the truth. It's the truth. But being a genius does help when you're not in mechanical suit.
And then Chris Hemsworth was fucking great as Thor. Like I think he again they nailed every character perfectly in these movies. Like I think the casting of Marvel MCU has been great so far. Like every character kind of fit the character that they've been playing or made it their own and actually made you sell you on their character.
And I dug the hell out of the Hulk versus Thor in the movie. Like when they fought, it was really cool. And it was, and I like how the way it ended was just the way any Hulk fight would end. It was just he got mad at something else.
Yeah,
exactly.
He got mad at the plane and was like, "I'm going. Oh shit." That was a milestone because that was the first time you got to see it and it looked good.
Yeah,
it was like, can they pull this off?
And they sure could.
They nailed it.
Yeah.
They nailed it with the hammer. Hulk couldn't pick up the hammer.
Yeah,
and it sort of looked like he was going like.
They're like, nope, not gonna happen.
And then it's just like so much. I don't know. You could put scenes from the movie in a time capsule and they would hold up forever.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think like quality wise and everything like that. I actually dig the costume too, as in Thor didn't have the chainmail when he didn't fight, and then when he like went for the lightning and shit like that, the chainmail all came off.
Isn't that a power or something that he like developed later on where he would like hold his hammer up and all of a sudden he would have armor on top of his regular attire?
When he goes for the thunder when he like goes and gets the thunder off the sky and shit, the chainmail all comes out and becomes
okay,
Batman.
that's what happened.
That's pretty much what I actually like that they did that, because they don't do that in the next couple movies.
Gotcha.
He has like a long sleeve thing already.
Gotcha.
But so I
guess
still
they
love that.
wanted to be as special. They wanted to be special for the first time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I also forgot there was the fight with Iron Man and Thor too.
Yeah.
Just so many like bad.
Well, you had the three-way fight between Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America.
He shows up. Yeah. But they got the.
He told him to drop the hammer
for a little bit.
And he told him to drop the hammer. Like, all right, I'll drop the hammer. And dropped it on his shield, and he blasted a big blast. And like, okay, are we done with this?
I remember from me, that was my favorite moment in the entire movie.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
It was like,
yeah. That was really fun. And then Loki's character, I think Loki was a great villain in this movie. He was conniving and he did a lot of shit that looked great. And then probably the most memorable scene is when he fucking yelled in Hulk's face.
Oh yeah.
Of course, that's movie history there.
But
I still love the big team up sequence. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that just right before that, you get the scene where he stabs Thor, and it is not as popular, but Thor gets pissed off and like beats the shit out of him really quick.
Yeah,
like he grabs him, he press slams him.
Yeah,
and he just rolls off the balcony and escapes. And I'm just like, wait a minute. He just got his ass whooped.
Yep, and then he got his ass whooped again.
When did he learn how to drive those gliders? Because he was a pro.
So yeah, one of my scenes, like the one with the hammer and the shield, is secondarily they did the team up sequence when they all land back to back and Iron Man flies in to help Cap real quick, and you get the shield deflect with the laser beam, the repulsor beam, which was super dope to see. The only time we got to do that was in the fucking game.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
That's all I thought about, because I remember doing that shit with Julio and the guys in the game. I was like, seeing them fucking fly in and do that shit was amazing.
I think all the team up scenes were pretty cool. You see like all them fighting within each other and stuff like that. It was always pretty cool how they always set those scenes up.
I'm still not 100% sure about how I feel about Scarlet Witch. Not Scarlet. I keep saying that because of
Black Widow.
Name. Black Widow and Hulk. Jeez.
Yeah.
Because it was like, at the end of the day, is it really just that he's in heat? Like, this is kind of because when he chased her in the helicarrier, I was like, wait a second, what's he going to do when he catches her?
Right.
Yeah.
But it was just like this whole. But anyway. I still think that's funny because didn't they elaborate more on that in the second movie too? Like, didn't they have a moment?
No, they started. She learned how to.
They started talking. Like, they literally they talked about what it was, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one, it was a big monsters in a big city. They destroyed the city, and this is where you also get the beginning of like later on Spider-Man Homecoming, the plot with that, and then you get a lot of things with everything outside. Huh?
This is where the incident comes from.
Yeah, and
what everything
and right. What money and how the villains are making their money in Spider-Man: Homecoming makes a lot of sense with this movie.
Also, this is also where we get the. I don't know if this has it been confirmed that he faked his death here.
Coulson,
was it he faked it or did
no? Coulson died and got resurrected.
Okay.
Like they did this Creed thing, and they pretty much healed him.
Okay.
This is where Coulson died for the first time, and then he came back. He got resurrected in the Shield.
Okay.
On the show, but never returned to the MCU.
No, he never came back to the MCU.
Right.
Because during that time, that's when Shield went under too.
Yeah, there was a big thing, right?
Okay.
So Shield wasn't. They had to go hiding during that time. Yeah. So Shield wasn't public anymore. They were in hiding.
So, like you said, this became the incident that then now spread throughout the MCU, but in the television. So that's after the Avengers when we started getting the first Netflix series, right? Is that when Daredevil started coming out?
Yeah.
After.
And Daredevil kind of came from it too.
Right. So every time anything of that caliber was referred to as the incident.
Yeah. And supposedly Deadpool.
What do you mean? He's in the continuity?
No, because supposedly the thing that they fought on was a big ass hell carrier.
Yeah.
Oh, the crash thing, that was just crashed on the ground. Yeah, in the Deadpool. I recognize that. That's a helicarrier.
Yeah. So wait, even back then it was officially like included?
No, it was more like, hey, we have a helicarrier too.
Okay. I see that. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, that too. But this pretty much made the groundwork for everything, and this was the ending of Phase 1. Everything else now we're going through is going to be Phase 2 to the next Avenger movie and whatnot. So this was the ending, the ending towards Phase 1, which was brought the team together and building the Avengers for the first time. I really enjoyed this movie watching it for the second time. I really got more the details and everything like that. Again, that big beginning was a big key to everything that's fucking going on now.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, watching that and seeing that again, I was like, yes, I remember this, and yes, that's the reason why.
I mean, you have to give whoever was in charge credit for keeping the continuity. Because easily they could have slipped on a few things.
Well, I think Kevin Feige has the biggest thing of keeping everything together, but all the directors all did their jobs, and they did a great job in making this continuity a big thing and making a big part of what this is. Because honestly, like, you can say this probably one of the biggest sequel movies of all time because everyone is connected to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like every story is converged, and to make a world in these movies is crazy because you don't really see that in other movies. You see in this movie that everything is connected, everything has a reason for everything else, and that's a great thing about this.
This is the movie that DC wants, not anything else, because they need a movie to establish a beginning and to stay faithful to. So that's why it seems so hard, because this movie could have easily been bad.
But the great thing I will say also that Marvel did is that they took their time.
Yeah. And they built up to it too. They built the characters before they even got into this movie.
Exactly. They built their characters. They took its time. They let every character tell their story, and then brought them all together. Even the side characters like Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, and Hawkeye, they all appeared in these movies, so you got the gist of what they did also. You didn't just get them in this movie. No, you saw them develop within the movies.
All were built.
So everything was worked to this, and that's the one thing that when you doing a universe that's as big as Marvel Universe, and they making everything connect together, they just doing such a good job doing it, because I think in the end of the day, they know the end game of it and what they want to do. And that's the biggest thing about it. They're not trying to copy anyone. They're not trying to catch up to anything. They're doing their own thing and doing it the way Marvel will do it.
Well, they've set the standard at this point.
Yeah.
So it's like they have no competition.
No,
let's be clear. But then again, to worry about.
But then again, I don't think they really cared if they had competition or not. They were building a movie. They were building because they did at the time had competition. DC was doing the Dark Knight movies. They were making a lot of money, so that they kind of had competition during that time. It's just that didn't really faze them. They were going to do what they're doing, and they didn't really give a fuck what DC did.
Yeah, it's just kind of stay in your lane.
Exactly. That's exactly what they did.
Don't try to go in somebody else's lane. That's what DC seems to have forgotten.
And failed on.
As much as I guess, what is it, past two? So Justice League and Batman versus Superman, as much as those two were disappointments, they had potential to craft a world. They had so many other things. Like Batman has been around for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, why I don't understand why they didn't take the time to craft another character, you know, go give another person another chance.
Right, so they tried to make us Man of Steel. But his sequel became, instead of Man of Steel and then Man of Steel 2, we got with nothing in between. So it's like, think about Captain America. We had Captain America introduced, and then we got everything after that, and then we get Captain America Winter Soldier, which was very much a better movie, but still a Captain America movie.
No, I'm just mean like before Avengers, right? Before the team movie.
Right, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying, right?
No, the time you're giving is too short because Man of Steel wasn't even that long.
That's what I mean. I'm agreeing with you. Right?
I was gonna add. So for the analogy, I was gonna add like the reason why it's so good is because even Cap didn't even start it.
Right.
Even he didn't even start it.
Yeah.
And even Superman didn't even start it. But they ignored. But the thing that DC did was they ignored the people before Superman.
I got what you're saying. Okay.
Like we were just discussing other characters who are in the thing. Now Tom Hardy's a part of the Marvel universe, but Tom Hardy was in the Bane movie. Was Bane in the Batman movie.
Right.
And they completely ignored that universe for the sake of we want to craft our own. It's like that's not really what you should do. It's like DC is DC. Yeah. It's different directors. You don't cut off the rest of the stories that Batman had. You can, you know what I mean? Like you keep the legacy.
Yeah, and like where does Suicide Squad fit in all of this?
Everything is new. That's not how you do it. Everything that shouldn't be new.
Yeah. But the big thing with Man of Steel that really surprised me in that sense is the fact that the director of Batman produced Man of Steel,
and there's no reference whatsoever to anything before that.
Exactly. So it's like, but then again, this is we talking about Avengers, and Avengers is something that really well.
It's at least healthy because this is Better I Swear podcast. We can have little debates and discussions like that, so it's cool.
No, but it is what they did and how they did it and how they did it better than anyone else. It's just crazy how they was able to do it and actually make entertaining movies. Like there was not really. Through the whole thing that we're going to be watching, maybe one movie that was kind of disappointing, but probably still wasn't a bad movie. But the rest were great movies.
Like I said, for Avengers, for the Avengers movie, it was that striking while the iron was hot during a time of an exhausted, like so you made the mention a little while ago about how the competition slightly, but even though not really, between the finishing up of the Dark Knight series. So it was coming off the heels of that. It's like you hit while the iron was hot, where people didn't want to be depressed. The Avengers were just a fun movie. It hit the serious notes, but the comedy and the feel-good vibes and the action sequences outweighed that so much more. You felt good to see these superheroes do a thing. You weren't depressed at the end of the movie saying, geez, that was a downer.
Yeah, like I think before Guardians, this was like the feel-good Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Like, and before this one, it was probably Iron Man.
Yeah, because everything after this goes to a darker place. Because then you're dealing more with the deep Hydra agents, and Winter Soldier was pretty deep. And then you also had the craziest shit that was in Iron Man 3. Dark World was kind of a downer. Most of the movies after this.
Civil War was very heavy.
But that's not even part of it.
Right, Civil War was very
Civil War is Phase 3. We're going to the ones after Avengers.
Well, we're just talking general.
But Civil War is like far beyond. But the movies after Avengers, they go to a dark stride because everything that's happened in Avengers leads into that dark stride.
And the only outlier was Guardians. That was it.
Right.
And that's because they're in space.
And and the funny shit, Guardians has nothing to do with anything because they're in space.
Probably the most focal characters, like the most important characters, by happenstance.
Yeah.
They did a good job too with Guardians of they never gave you exactly where in time they are. They left that very vague. The only time you get a time reference in Guardians,
I mean,
when they did a flashback. Right,
yeah,
they give you a flashback of a time frame for his life, but that's it. You jump up to what is current.
Yeah, when do Walkmans exist on their version of Earth?
You know what I mean? So you get that. So it's like they weren't. If Guardians would have failed, you wouldn't have had a direct tie-in talking about you know what I mean? If it would have failed, they could have not done it again.
I think
timeline.
Guardians was a test of seeing. Guardians was the test of Ant-Man. So Guardians was a test for Ant-Man because Guardians was a non-known characters, and they just wanted to see how it do. It didn't do good the first week. It picked up. Yeah, because Ninja Turtles came out the week the week that Guardians came out.
Oh wow. Jeez.
Turtles did beat out Guardians, and then people realized Guardians was the better movie and started watching it later on.
Wow.
But Guardians didn't do as crazy as everyone says it did. It did good. It did good enough, and I think it led to a sequel. But Guardians was a stepping stone for characters that no one knows, like Ant-Man, like for Captain Marvel, for Doctor Strange, and things like that. It was a catalyst for those characters.
So can we bring in some of these side characters and people still embrace them?
Yeah.
Like yes, and the answer is always yes if you make a good movie.
Yeah. But let's not get far because again, Guardians will be discussed when we do see Guardians.
Right. So
Avengers is the big name.
So how far in is Guardians though?
Guardians is towards the ending of Phase 2.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
So Guardians is towards the ending of Phase 2, and then it's after Avengers 2.
Okay.
Because it came out that August.
All right.
Yes. So that's the ending of Phase 2.
Okay. Well,
or the beginning of Phase 3.
So for the end of Phase 1, what do you say about Avengers and everything before it? Since we just recently watched it,
I've been really enjoying rewatching these movies. I find new things to like about them. Like Iron Man 2 was a disappointment when I first saw it, but I actually found a lot of things to like about Iron Man 2 this time around.
I know.
I actually enjoyed it a lot more, and I think just because I was not really judging it in that sense, I was just watching it, just to watch it again. I found more love for Captain America 1 than I ever thought before because I just really enjoyed that movie. As campy as it was, there was a lot of things that I just really enjoyed about it. And even Thor 2, even though the love thing could have been annoying, I think Chris Hemsworth as Thor was just a selling point of that movie. Yeah, and he was so good as it.
I do like him as Thor.
I think that I agree with you with the love thing was kind of just not there. It was just weirdly placed. It didn't have to be
well
there.
For me. I don't know what it was. I nothing between to the actors or anything. It wasn't like bad or like again. It's just my taste. I
just feel like it did. I just felt like it didn't really have any connection there. Like the love was there, but it was like you didn't feel it. You didn't really care. But I think that the love interest was just mainly a reason why for him to come back.
Yeah,
and that's it.
For the Dark World Thor.
For Thor to come back, because Thor came back in Avengers. He didn't come back for Dark World. He came back
gotcha.
Yeah. So so that was a big thing with it. Going to Iron Man 2 and leading into Avengers. Avengers was just a standout. A way to bring such big characters to a movie, and just the way they did it, I think they did a very clever job. And then you have to realize also everything else about the main characters. So not even Thor and like that, but Shield itself being a big fucking character. And Loki talking to the beginning and then Thanos popping out towards the ending, it was a big fucking deal.
Yeah, no, finally showing him.
It was just a thing that there was a lot more to come, and this is just the beginning kind of thing.
Even from the beginning, I got a question. Was it CG Josh Brolin?
No, it was a black dude.
Okay,
I forgot his name. It was a different guy. Josh Brolin didn't play Thanos until he showed up in Guardians.
Gotcha. Understood.
That was the only time That was the first time Josh Brolin was Thanos.
Okay, well that's good to know.
So
It can be recast.
I really loved it. I really enjoyed it. I think the fact that they didn't really have plans to bring him in anytime soon, so they just wanted a CGI Thanos because he looked completely different too.
He was a placeholder.
Yeah, like just sit there. You can CGI your face. But also he looked completely different. He had like a more of a platinum looking throne and shit like that. It was more dark. His eyes. But just seeing Thanos on big screen, I know for a fact I was excited as shit because Thanos is probably one of my favorite Marvel villains. So seeing him in the big screen, I was like, oh shit. And it got me that excited. I just love it.
You know, at least he wasn't a big puff of smoke.
Yes.
Oh, I'll never get my time back for watching that.
Not the television show, not the movies, nothing. I'm talking about all versions where they do that at.
Yeah. But all in all, Phase 1 was amazing. If you never watched all Phase 1, definitely watch it. I think I enjoyed it more this time around than the first time, actually. Like, I really enjoy these movies, and these movies like hold dear to my heart. I love the characters. I like what they did with them. And then also, like, it gave me more love for Captain America. Like, Captain America was always one of my favorite superheroes for some reason. Like, that was one character I always got drawn to.
You know, he's one of mine.
It's what's his name? It's the actor, man. He's
Chris,
good as Cap. He embodies that role.
Chris Evans as Captain America was a perfect choice, and I cannot thank Marvel more for bringing that character to life because I think it's perfect. And then you see it going towards Phase 2. When we go into Phase 2, I can't wait to watch Winter Soldier again. I promise you, I cannot wait to watch that one again.
Yeah.
I get my Marvel calendar with all the barrel chests out there. Chris Evans, Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth. You know what I mean?
But all the Chris's. There's a lot of Chris's in this fucking universe.
It's true.
But all in all, yeah, watch Phase 1. Phase 1 was amazing. If you guys have a lot of last thing to say about it, our verdict is
I'm just happy the entire thing was watchable.
Yes.
It could have been bad. You like, again, you see something, and then in hindsight you go back and go, oh, what was I thinking? And then for none of these movies did I think that. I was initially on the fence about Iron Man 2, went back and watched it, and I like it. I'm just a 180. Like,
that's good.
So
that's why I'm glad we're doing this. I'm glad we're actually doing these reviews because it gives us a new eyes on these movies for the first time. Iron Man 3 is next. Okay. Iron Man 3 is the one that a lot of people
don't like, but I didn't like.
So I'm looking forward to watching it. This was the main catalyst for Phase 2 because it created the Iron Legion. Iron Legion is a very vocal point of Avengers 2, so I understand that point. But I gotta watch it again. So I have it recording. I'm gonna watch it this week, and next week we'll have the verdict of Iron Man 3. This week is Avengers. What you say about last thoughts of Phase 1?
Oh, I gave a glowing review. I would give it 5 stars if I had to rate it. Definitely watch all the movie.
5-star over here. It's Phase 1, Marvel. Hey, everybody who wants to do a good franchise and continue on. There's your Bible. There's your Bible. Take a run. This is how you do it.
Yes.
They've written the format. They've written the format. Just adapt your story and eclectic tastes and whatever you have going for you. Just adapt it to the formula. Obviously, don't copy it. Just adapt the formula. DC is trying to do too much of the formula. They're not doing the formula, but they're trying to copy. So it's a weird thing.
They're trying to rush the formula.
The whole free.
Yeah.
Just like I said, the whole trailer for. Well, I won't get Sam back about that. We'll just move on. Yes, I enjoyed. Phase 1 was amazing.
All right. So, also sticking to things that you saw, the TMNT Injustice 2 trailer.
Yes, they showed gameplay of the 4 turtles.
So dope.
It was.
So
I showed the wife. She was like, it's cool.
So the explanation of the characters, it's one turtle, but you could adjust their weapons.
I'm waiting for, I guess they do a stream
No, I actually saw the stream. I was watching the stream. So it's one turtle.
What day of the week they did the stream?
Well, they did it that Wednesday when they released the trailer. Okay. They did the stream during that same time. And dude, stop breathing in the mic. So yes, so the trailer pretty much launched, and then Injustice did a stream on the same Wednesday. They did a live stream of the characters, and they were playing with him and stuff like that. Yeah. So this is the way it is. You pretty much Injustice, you get 5 slots for characters. Okay. So instead of they're already all gonna be there, you just gotta change the weapon. So Leonardo will have his sword, shot the size with Raph, Mikey nunchucks, Donatello. You just have to adjust the weapon, and then you have the turtle, and they play all differently.
Well, so how does the team up work? You get what I mean?
Team up work. So the team up is more about the moves that they do. So say for instance, you know the big charge that you can knock the person out the stage.
Right.
Okay. Oh yeah, the transition.
That hit will probably be a team up depending on the turtle you are.
Yeah, I saw the grabs change and everything too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like if I play Leo, do I get a Raph team up? And if I'm playing Donnie, do I get a Mike team up? You know what I mean? That's what
it depends on the character you use, because I know when I was watching, I think the dude was Mikey. He did the throw in Mikey, and Raph came in with the skateboard and threw it at his head.
Yeah.
And I did call the finishing move.
Oh, the shell
podcast. Yeah, the shell shock.
Shell shock.
Yes.
It's amazing. It was so good to see it.
And the piece on the screen too.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought they looked dope. I love the fact they looked like the movie Turtles. They took the characteristics of the movie Turtles and everything like that, so that's what they're being based on. Even the skateboard looks like the skateboard Mikey had in the first movie.
I have complete faith in NetherRealms, because when it comes to movie properties, or any licensed properties, they're on point, because
they show so much love to it.
Because number one is Warner Brothers, but like number two, they have a pedigree. Like, don't forget, like MK9 and was Freddy and Jason and all that, and 10 or X, in X. But like, they know the deal. They don't make fighting games with bad characters.
No,
they're not gonna make you upset to see your favorite fighter in their game.
Yeah, they show a lot of love to these characters. They play the way we kind of explained, like again, but that's the way they're different, is the fact that you try to select the weapon, and that's where the turtle you'll play with. So pretty much, if you're gonna have a layout, you probably have one of each turtle, and then your favorite turtle, you'll probably have the additional one with extra shit on them and shit.
Got you. So they show you? Do they show you any bonus the pieces? I mean,
they show some ninja mask. They show some headphones. They showed some armor. They showed like different size or different swords.
That was in the stream.
Yeah, that was in the stream. So they did show like little different costumes here and there, but the gameplay looks pretty dope. Mikey looks like he's gonna be fun to use. Raph looks like a pretty brawler kind of character. I think I'm gonna dig, because he has a lot of fast attacks. The standout, to be honest with you, that I was looking through the whole stream was Donatello.
Okay. Now, why did he stand out?
Because he has a lot of juggling combos.
Oh, so he's gonna be combo heavy. Got you. Okay.
Yeah, so he's gonna be a lot of juggling combo heavy and stuff like that. I did love the transition team ups, and I love the voices and stuff like that. I think they could have done better with the voices. That's my little take. I think they could have got the guys from the cartoon. I think should have done the voices, because they all kind of sound like the same guy, just changing his voice.
I understand.
Other than that, I really dug it. It's really fun. They come out Tuesday the 13th, and I'm excited to play it.
Awesome. All right. Also, the other trailer or
Venom.
No. Well,
let's start with the bad, and then we go with the good.
Okay, you want to start with that? All right. So teaser for Venom.
So teaser for Venom coming October.
This week I forget. Today's Saturday.
Well, it comes out October.
Oh no, I'm saying when it debuted, it was.
They debuted this week after the Super Bowl.
Gotcha.
So they did show. It was a really teaser. Didn't really show much of what the movie's gonna be based. It just showed the character in the hospital, and then you showed a little glimpse of the symbiote. Yeah. So it showed what it had to show, I guess. But a lot of fans are really disappointed. I personally gonna wait for the first full trailer to really judge. I'm still gonna see it because I'm a big fan. I love Venom. Venom is probably one of my top. Again, he's in the top 5 super villains. Even though I never really considered Venom a villain, I always consider him more. He just didn't like. Oh, he just didn't like Spider-Man. He just didn't like.
Yeah.
He liked everyone else. He just didn't like Spider-Man. He felt like Spider-Man wasn't innocent, and that's the reason why he went and attacked him.
You are right. That's right. That was his only real foe until Carnage. Yeah. Huh. Okay. I could dig that. I'm hoping against hope that they actually use the mouthless Venom, but I know they would never do that.
Oh, the
one that's just a smile.
Oh, the Tom McFarlane.
Yeah, the original Tom McFarlane one.
Yeah.
But I know that would never happen.
I think the look of Venom is gonna be based on Mark Bagley's,
and that's
which is Lethal Protector.
The extremely big jaw,
the big teeth.
What? Okay, now was there an artist? Was it Mark Bagley that drew a version of Venom that was reminiscent of things like the Pit and the Max?
No.
Like that really big butt. Like there was a time period in the 90s where
it was not Mark Bagley. Mark Bagley did his famous Venom is for the Maximum Carnage Venom.
Yeah. Okay, but which one is the one that did that Venom? That really big meaty one.
There was a couple artists that did different takes on that they made it like a big blob of Venom. Yeah. I don't like that Venom. I'm not a big fan. Mark Bagley was probably one of my favorite artists on Venom, and then Tom McFarlane because I liked his clean Venom.
Mm-hmm. It's very it was very simple and just like I like how he drew the black suit too. So
yeah, and then same Mark Bagley, he just made him very big, and his teeth was like super sharp, and he used to have like the green shit on his teeth.
Green shit. Yep. Yeah. Was that confirmed brain fluid? Was that like from eating brain? Because he always said he ate brains, but I never seen him.
They wanted to eat brains. I don't think he ate brains.
Okay, if you say
the suit,
I believe you.
But the suit will eat your brain from when it's inside you, and that's why it wanted. So it wanted to go in to that side, but I don't think he actually ate anybody.
Gotcha. Okay.
Carnage maybe.
Yeah. Well, listen, Carnage. I don't think he would eat you so much as just cut you up and look at you and then
Carnage
laugh.
Threw a woman through a wall for fun.
Jeez. Didn't he kill like a dog?
Yeah,
like in one of the in the first like appearance or something like that.
Who explained to me? I was like somebody why Carnage was red. Someone explained to me because he's always covered in blood. Well, he's not a red symbiote.
It's just he's
legit.
Crazy.
The symbiote bonded with his blood.
There we go. It bonded with his blood.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I'm gonna say it wasn't an inherently red symbiote; it was just black, and then that's what it changed into.
No, it was more the fact that the symbiote priors to the things that you love the most, and his thing was killing.
Gotcha.
So it was blood.
Isn't that like the first baby?
Yeah, that was Venom's
first
baby.
offspring. Yeah.
Yes, Venom's children. He was the first child of Venom.
I wonder if there's gonna be any type of Carnage hint. I mean, I'm not saying go there.
So what I know from the cast, Woody Harrelson is supposed to be playing Cletus Cassidy.
What?
Yes.
All right.
So that's the reason why I have hope for this movie.
Wow.
It has a good cast.
That could be really good.
There's a lot of things I'm skeptical with because it's based on the Lethal Protector storyline, and that's kind of it's probably one of my dear to the heart comic storylines of Venom. Because it showed Venom for the first time on his own and shit. But again, I gotta see something more. I gotta see how Venom looks. I think I will judge this movie, especially how Venom looks, because I'm very picky on how that looked. And in Spider-Man 3, I really didn't like the way he looked.
It was too generic.
Yeah.
And he had the textures from Spider-Man's suit, so
which made sense. It makes sense to have the texture for Spider-Man's suit because basically it bonds with the suit, and that's why it has the spider on the chest.
But he didn't look unique though. He looked too samey. That's why I didn't like him.
Yeah. So like that's the thing, and then this is the big thing of if Spider-Man has something to do with it. My big thing is if I do see the spider on his chest and Spider-Man's not involved, it's gonna piss me off.
No, I don't think we have to worry too much, but I don't know if Spidey will be swinging in the movie. I don't think that'll happen. Right?
There's talks of him having a small thing with the movie, so it may lead to something. There's a chance that they might go a little in the future of him bonding with the symbiote, so it has happened.
But I have a question for you. Since it's Lethal Protector, how far into Venom's history is that?
So Lethal Protector was after Peter Parker and Venom made a agreement. I stay out of your way, you stay out of my way. So Venom based himself in California, away from Spider-Man.
Oh, that's when that happened.
And,
okay,
yes.
so this is before or after Maximum Carnage?
After.
Okay, so, all right, that makes a lot more sense. I understand now. So with this being so far, if they're not gonna, do you think they're gonna do the origin in some small shape, at all?
Again, we don't like that's something that you don't know, and from the trailer, you have no clue what the fuck they're gonna do.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you're saying if they picked a specific line to start from, I wonder,
Yeah, the last thing he said was the demon inside me, and that was it. So basically, you didn't really get much of this trailer. But again, I'm hoping for good things. Maybe the first trailer will show a little bit more where the plot's gonna go. Other than that, again, that came out. Check it out if you like it, and leave comments and leave your feedback with it, because I personally didn't like it.
I mean, it did nothing for me because it was just like too short. I mean, I'm just hyped for the movie already.
Yeah,
because it's finally being done.
Yeah.
Listen, I remember back when the rumors were that he was going to be in the first Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
and that he was connected to the deleted scene with the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
So I was like, and then it turned out that wasn't true. It was just, the scene was just deleted because of what happened. But
the crazy thing with Spider-Man, with Venom in the Sam Raimi movies, is the fact that Sam Raimi never wanted to do Venom.
He never wanted him. Yeah.
No, because he was more a fan of the classic villains, and those are the characters he wanted to do. Venom was kind of forced.
Yes. Yeah.
Because of the popularity of Venom and stuff like that, but he did not want to do Venom at all.
I feel that he should have quit, because we don't deserve that third movie. He should have quit. Yeah. Also, I was gonna say, Sam Raimi should have had a hand in like some type of classic Batman thing. I think he would have done well with that. Just saying, just the way he did the first two Spider-Man movies, I think he should have did a 66 Batman movie.
Yeah,
I think he has the style for that. But anyway.
The next big trailer we saw was Deadpool 2. I can't wait for that movie. I love Deadpool, and I love the way they present Deadpool so much.
I just like that they've just been consistently good with every piece of external media that they have Deadpool in. So good.
Yeah, I love the little Toy Story.
100% in. Ryan Reynolds is all in.
Yeah, just the first trailer with the Bob Ross thing. It's like, of course he did. It's like you can't believe. And then this one is just fantastic with the immersion breaking with the toys, the shot at DC,
the shot at themselves.
The shot at themselves.
Talk about Thanos. I got your stones right here.
Exactly. So good.
I do love the way they present the movie. I'm looking forward to this. It's in a weird time slot, which I feel like is gonna hurt what it makes. Is the fact that it's in the middle of Avengers: Infinity War and Han Solo.
Maybe, but
I think it's still gonna do good.
I think it's gonna do just fine. Oddly enough, I think they built such an audience for that. Exactly, they built such people are waiting for this. They're like,
I can't wait for it.
I'll be honest. I'm more hyped about this movie than Infinity War. I'm that much of a Cable fan.
Yeah, I'm waiting for those two movies. Han Solo, I can really care too less about.
I'm excited about Han
because
Solo.
of all the nonsense.
Yeah,
I care about Han Solo movie because I saw the trailer for it, and it gives me the same feels as Rogue One. I'm thinking these in between movies are the way to go, man. It genuinely looks really fun. Looks like it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah.
This
I hope
story
it
is
comes
like
together well. I hope it came together.
I do too. Like I'm hoping so. I'm like because of how they're doing it, it's just weird. It's like, hey, let's make these nice, solid, cohesive, standalone movies, so you don't have to get your frustration with everybody had with the Force, the Last Jedi, whatever, with the movie proper, with the series proper, you know what I mean, and how everyone feels about that. These standalones seem to just like going by Rogue One again. That was just fantastic. I really liked that movie because it was a good movie.
Yeah.
So this solo movie could be a good movie. Even though, it may hurt by having a mainliner in it like Han Solo, but then again, you're not pigeonholed into the full series. So
it's a period piece, though. It's a period piece.
And the funny shit, also,
so it's not going to do
have a story either. Like you don't know anything before Han Solo, before Star Wars.
There's nothing like that has to be set too much in stone. So
so I'm fine with that. But go back to Deadpool.
I have no idea what the extended universe wrote about or in the games and the books do for Solo, so I have no idea.
They start post everything, I believe.
Yeah. So everything that happened with Dark Horse, it doesn't connect to this universe.
No, I know, not anymore. But he's just been talking about like that's in the knowledge that's in people's heads,
Yeah.
Right.
So,
but everything was post New Hope, nothing before New Hope.
Yeah, that's like all the children and all that type of thing. Yeah.
So back to Deadpool. We found that there's a little X-Force in that Deadpool.
Yeah, there's a lot of team shots too.
So Domino we all know about, but I think I got a glimpse of Shatterstar behind Terry Crews. And I think we got GW Bridge, which was Terry Crews.
He's supposed to be furry.
GW Bridge?
Isn't he the guy? No. Hold on.
Pharaoh.
Oh, no, not Pharaoh. Remember the big red dude that was on X-Force?
No, that's not
Grizzly.
Grizzly. That's Alpha Flight.
No. That's Sasquatch. Sasquatch. Yeah, Grizzly's the red guy that was on X-Force.
Oh, no. He's not. No, it's not that. No, it's GW Bridge. Okay. Which is Terry Crews, which I think is great. I think Terry Crews in a movie is gonna be fun anyway. Domino is in it. You got a glimpse of Shatterstar. So if you look, I'll send you the still picture, and you see right behind Terry Crews and Deadpool, you see a guy that looks a lot like Shatterstar.
Well, I mean, does he have the star on his face?
No, he has the headpiece and the white suit.
Oh,
is he named after the George Washington Bridge? I mean,
yeah. That's his actual name, George Washington Bridge. Yeah.
And then you see another mutant in the back of Deadpool and Domino. It looks like Chamber because it has his mouth covered. But I don't know what Venom.
They're not gonna put Kane in X-Force?
That's like maybe for the movie.
2, I think.
Maybe for the movie.
Well, I hope so.
Because there's an X-Force movie coming.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So this is the first glimpse of X-Force. Like you kind of see the group team and stuff like that. I love the way they did Cable. Cable looks actually pretty dope. Deadpool is always fucking Deadpool. I'm looking forward to his hijinks in this movie. I love the first one. I probably saw it 6 times in theaters. I have the Blu-ray. I'll probably watch another 6 times. So I love this movie. If you know me, you know my fucking name, Mike, is from Deadpool. I love the character, so I'm excited as hell for this movie. We'll see it day one. I will be there day one to see it. But I'm super excited.
I can't do it. But it's just because massive amounts of people will be flooding the theaters to see this movie.
Yeah.
I know it will do well.
You know what's great is the fact that the theater is right next to my house, and the theater I usually go to is not as crazy as the 42nd Street one. It's usually a very calm crowd. Right?
I like the crowd at Gibbsburg. Yes, I do. I like the crowd there. Just the moviegoers experience there. Because, we talk about 42nd and, the Empire, and I'm like, oh, them hood boogies have infiltrated. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but I won't retract my statement because that's how I feel about it.
Boogies!
That's what goes there, and it's just like, there's enough time to go to a theater and want to watch the movie and start smelling weed, and you just don't want to.
Or you want to hear the movie.
You know what I mean?
Or breaking out into a fight.
Yeah,
exactly. So, I just have a move better. Just the crowd to the theater we frequent now. It's much better. They generally are there to see this movie and freaking enjoy it, and like the reactions and everything. Like I go through a movie going experience when I watch a movie, so just crowd reactions, like being completely into it. Sometimes you can watch a movie and see a really good joke hit, and it just falls flat on the audience that is showing it because they just don't get it. Yeah, and it's like,
yeah. Also, just so you know, Commander, I sent you a reference of GW Red so you can see what he looks like.
Oh no, I was already looking him up. So I did see him, and I'm like, yeah. It's
Who's blocking out? What's going on over here?
Yeah, it is.
I put the game.
He's like, So no, yeah. GW, they named a character after George Washington. It's pretty great. I can't wait to see him in the movie played by Terry Crews. That looks like that's right up his alley. And because he's a rippling, muscly, vascular man like that, I gotta see him in the costume. It's gonna be fantastic then. Well, what's the demeanor of that character? Like, what's his attitude? Because that I don't know.
Just guns.
Yeah.
Just a gun-toting. Okay. I like to.
That's kind of what X-Force is. Just fuck shit up.
Yeah. So are they working on an X-Force movie? Is that a thing?
Yeah. The original plans was to have X-22 in it. X-21, X-22.
23.
X-23.
There you go.
I mean, don't be alarmed, but Cable and X-Force are Rob Liefeld.
Yeah.
Originally.
Well, Deadpool was Rob Liefeld.
Yeah. Cable, Deadpool, all that. Rob Liefeld.
Yeah.
Pockets.
Yeah. Pockets, small
all
ankles. Pockets, tiny ankles, and lots of screaming.
And big boobies.
And spines doing things spines don't do for poses.
I would just like to point out the cover of X-Force number 8. Why is Cable's arm flush color? I'm just saying. Get your shit right. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that was our thoughts on the Deadpool 2 trailer.
Go see it when it comes out.
Super excited for the movie and everything around it.
All the monies. Give them.
They're gonna need it.
See. You got anything else? What did you wanted to bring up about the Turtles proper? You said that they announced the dates.
The Injustice.
No. Yeah. Oh no. I thought she was talking about the cartoon.
No, the date was just for the game.
Yeah. For the game. Okay.
Nothing for cartoon shit.
Well, so just keeping on the topic of fighting games, I wanted to bring up and Marvel too, which is a whole other thing. This year, Evo 2018 will not feature Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which came out just last year, and typically a fighting game by Capcom and Marvel would be a shoo-in, but due to the launch, due to the terrible reception and lack of interest, actually.
Oh, like
it won't be there. People don't want to play
Evo for that game.
Yeah, nobody's going to Evo for that game. No.
Gotcha.
Lack of entrance, lack of interest. This is
because normally that would be a major stager. Right?
Yeah, I would say like Evo's become a big deal, like from the small scale to the mainstream. Like people who don't normally know what anything is know what Evo is, so it's an actual big deal. But to have your brand new Marvel game not be on the main stage is pretty bad, and that just it casts a dark shadow because a lot of people aren't thinking about it that way, that this could be the last Marvel game, because it was already
if they didn't put the effort they did in this time around into it, I'm fine with this not being another
there's also other things too that go into this.
Yeah, so what's the other stuff besides the fan reception?
Since Marvel 3, Disney, Marvel, that whole conglomerate has been very, very strict about who can be in the games anymore.
Yeah.
From what time period, what costumes. There was some controversy in the first Marvel 3 where there were 3 costumes that were related to certain things that they just didn't want them to be related to anymore. There was an old Magnus costume.
Mm-hmm.
That was for Magneto, and I guess they have no ties to. They don't want anything to do with that old stuff because remember that was when they were still cutting ties with the X-Men. So to have your Marvel mutants be in a game and still have references to old things that you're cutting ties to, it didn't fly. And then now we see is where that went. Now everybody's happy, but again, they're very strict. So this time around, the lineup was kind of like abysmal.
Yeah.
If you're asking for characters that people want to play as in a Marvel game, nobody was asking for Winter Soldier. I'm just and then when he comes out, he's the most generic of gun shooting man. Yeah. So it's not even good.
Black Panther was pretty cool.
And that's the sad fact is that when you take a look outside of the initial roster, the DLC characters, probably with the exception of how Winter Soldier looked, they all had so much work done to them that was above and beyond what happened with the original cast, and it's weird.
Yeah.
You could see the difference between the Monster Hunter character and like everybody else on that roster, except for Jeddah.
Yeah.
But the thing that I was gonna say about why it's sad that if this is the last one is because it seems like it may not be 100% Capcom's fault, because the initial reveal was, I believe it was early 2016, not early, mid 2016, and the game released like not that long after, and that usually means that there wasn't that much time in between.
Yeah.
Development, so that probably means that the game was rushed. And if you saw what it looked like, and they were showing stuff for the story mode, it didn't look finished.
Yeah. The Chun-Li overhaul.
And then that picked up so much steam that buried the game. That was like a Mass Effect Andromeda syndrome, where the fans saw something that looked to their eyes, turned them off, and nobody bought it.
Sadly, I bought it, and I was fucking. Well, I didn't buy it. My friend bought me it, and I didn't care for it. The only time I actually really played it when Black Panther came out, because he was actually kind of a cool character. He kind of played like Wolverine in a bit.
Yeah, well, there's also that, which also weighed heavily, where again, because Marvel's a big deal, X-Men is a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
I've read so many comments on so many different places of people saying, oh no, yeah, I'll wait till the X-Men DLC. Oh no, I'll wait till the X-Men come out. Well, I don't think they're coming out. So those people who were waiting, not buying.
Yeah, they're not buying. They're not coming out with X-Men.
So they shot themselves in the foot. I don't know if Marvel rushed them out the door, which I think that's what it is, because again, look at the assets. They look like mobile games.
Yeah.
That looks like a mobile game. And that looks like something that Marvel would put together, would give to a no-name studio, and would have them make one of their, cash grab mobile games. It's a sad fact to say that not everything that Marvel does is great.
Yeah.
But also it's a thing that seems to be copying from Injustice, because I don't know about you, Jay. You might have played the phone game. It was actually good.
I like the phone game.
And that's the thing that unfortunately people try to copy the success of.
Yeah.
And if you look at Marvel and you look at that Injustice phone game, it looks like they were trying to copy the success of that phone game.
Yeah.
By making a cheap fighting game and just rushing it out there, and then we're probably hoping that people bought it and we're gonna put it on phones.
Yeah.
Because those assets, there's no excuse for that in 2017, 2016 when it was being made. There was no excuse for that game to look that bad. So, I'm sitting rattling off all this negative stuff, but that's what ended up doing this, and this might be the nail in the coffin.
I was about to say, so like bureaucracy for the most parts was killing it, because like you said, for me, if you can't get the characters, that franchise is pretty much dead then.
Yeah.
If they can't get the roster, then that's it.
This is showing if you can't get the roster, don't make it. Don't make a Marvel game.
It's a good fighting game. Like the engine is fine. The playing the game, that's fantastic. But that game legit that's not enough. You need that roster. You need that roster character.
And it's ugly.
Oh yeah, and yes, it needs to look good, because you can, hey, that's a fantastic game.
When Tekken 7 comes out and it blows everything out of the water, like at the time for like Japanese fighting games, with style and presentation, like, come on.
And do you think at all, and this is
me
asking you, who's definitely ear to the ground to the fighting game, did the big reveal of Dragon Ball Fighters, did that have an effect on this?
That didn't have nothing to do with that.
No,
That
nothing
game
to do
was
with it at all?
dead before.
That's why I'm asking you.
That had nothing to do with
It's
it.
got the ear to grow.
No. I mean, for the Evo thing, that had nothing.
No, not
to
the
do
Evo
with it.
thing. I just mean like the game.
Oh, you
in
mean
general.
for the game?
They
in
didn't do it
general?
any.
No.
Yes,
No.
not the Evo thing. Okay.
That had nothing to do with it.
Dragon Ball Fighters wasn't even announced like until this game was already, until people already knew about Marvel.
Yeah.
So it had nothing to do with it. Towards the end, people were making snarky comments as is usual. Like you would see tons of people, oh no, I'm not playing Marvel, I'm waiting for Dragon Ball. But that was after,
After the fact.
super close to release. But no, they killed them. They killed the game like way before.
Gotcha.
With the screenshots of the ugly characters.
Yeah.
Like proportionately wrong. Captain America looks like one of those. What's that cartoon, the rescue guys that they turn into dump trucks and stuff?
Oh, I know.
He looks like one of the rescue.
It's called Rescue Heroes. Yes,
Rescue
Squad,
Heroes.
was it?
Yeah.
It was Rescue Heroes.
He looks like a rescue hero. Like it's terrible. Chris
Spider-Man
Redfield looks
very-
awful.
Spider-Man looks
Spider-Man
Oh
awful.
no,
Yes,
Marvel
it does
had
look awful.
Marvel had a cartoon, the Marvel Hero Squad.
Yeah.
That was SD figures, like super
Yeah,
deformed. They
super
look like
deformed.
little toys. Yeah.
Yeah. Why is the SD Captain America in that game? There was questionable choices roster wise on both sides. Why is Spencer back in that game in his costume from the game that failed?
Yeah.
Instead of being in the original Bionic Commando costume.
Yeah.
It's just odd decision. It's like, who made that game?
I feel it
and
was
what did
equal.
you do?
I feel it was equally on
But
both
it's like-
sides because even Capcom went lazy on the side of the characters they added into it as well.
Yeah, no, I just mean of the graphics. Yeah, like ill.
Because at least Capcom's characters should have looked fucking great.
Yeah, like I said,
But no, that's the
should look
thing.
like a
Look,
foot, right?
that's the thing though. But they if you look at the ones that do look good, they're the ones that are original and never had sprite work on anything like recent. And there's only one character, and it's Jeddah.
Yeah.
And then you look at the rest of them, and you go, oh, they just took these out of Marvel 3.
Yeah.
Which means that's why I'm saying I don't want to place the blame totally on Capcom. It's because of development time. This game was rushed.
Yeah, you could tell it was rushed. Because it was announced in December and it came out in June.
This game was rushed to meet the deadline for Infinity War. It had to be out before, like way well before then.
So that's that corporate pressure again. Like
So you
we
can
need
get
to
your
hit this
DLC
date.
packs out.
Gotcha.
And it's just like, nope, they only did one, and I don't think there's gonna be any more. Like this didn't even get the Street Fighter second chance. So
Jeez. Well, it's sad to see.
I'm just
It was
sad.
such a
Yeah,
long
I'm
time
just
coming.
sad.
It's just sad, right? Yeah.
I'm just like, it's a style of game that if they don't make anymore, then that sucks. Because I know they can make Capcom versus Capcom and have it be amazing. Because they're the ones who make the way the game plays. Marvel has zero to do with how the game plays.
Right.
Yeah.
So all that good action, none of that came from Marvel, right? So with this said, we can get a good Capcom fighting game, right?
You get another Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
But for real, you want to see Wolverine fighting whoever. You want to see, the Juggernaut, or you want to see Captain America or the Hulk, or that's who you want to see fighting Ryu, Ken, Akuma, and all those other people.
You want to see the characters that were the history of Marvel's Capcom and not just new. You want to see new characters, but you don't want to see all new characters and then lose the ones that you liked.
This is true, and I don't understand why they couldn't make the roster big, but it's over and done.
Yeah,
And so, I mean, hopefully,
I have wasted my money on it.
Hopefully, there's no more of this type of situation where people make these games and rush them, because this is not good. But hopefully, it's not the last chance for Marvel versus Capcom. So, anyway, just wanted to bring that to your guys' attention.
Play Injustice.
Anybody else who's listening? Yeah, played.
I'm still looking forward to more stuff for Soul Calibur 6. Anybody? Just
we did talk about the release.
Xavier Woods, Maximilian, they played it and said it's fucking amazing. So I can't wait.
Me too.
Oh, dope for Xavier Woods. I called him live streaming Monster Hunter, and part of his probably Asuka. They're doing it.
Yeah.
That was cool to see.
Yeah.
Oh, she's just cooler than all hell.
Yeah,
Also playing Monster Hunter.
I think the WWE and the whole fucking video game aspect, I think Xavier Woods like open doors in that way because you tend to like. I know a lot of people following them for their video game shit now, not just their wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
And I support Xavier Woods. I share his shit all the fucking time. I met the guy. He's fucking amazing. He's always been very sweet, very nice to me and everything. So. I'm always
just an all around amazing.
Oh, you know what you should watch, which is really hilarious. Watch their I think it's Baron Corbin, Luke Harper, and Tyler Breeze. They're playing this weird fucking game that's a sword stick game. You like stick figures with swords and you're fighting each other.
That sounds like
Nidhogg?
Nidhogg, yeah.
Yeah, they're playing that
sounds
game.
Like Nidhogg.
And it's
like
fucking
hilarious.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Okay.
It's probably Nidhogg. I'll have to check that out.
You know what's funny is the fact that Baron Corbin's been on their show. Has been on his show a lot lately, and he's doing a lot of the gaming stuff too.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, so it's cool.
Does he still have a bad attitude?
No, he's regular Baron Corbin. And he's actually pretty fun. They also did a Madden rematch between Kofi and Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins lost the tournament this year. So Kofi won it. And so basically, Kofi whooped his ass. Kofi's like, "Where's my T-shirt?"
Wow. Okay. So what? Yeah. That's on up, down.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Yeah, and then Monster Hunter. I picked it up.
Yes, congratulations. Welcome to the what do they call them? The group? No.
Yes, so I don't know.
Squad, right?
Squad. It's
but
squad.
I'm playing it. I played the first 3 monsters. I'm enjoying it. I see a lot of Skyrim in it, so I'm understanding that point. I do gotta jump on and play with you guys more, but I just haven't had time to actually really play this week. But I'll be on probably, especially next week, and I'll be on.
All right, definitely.
Are we gonna get a concert review next week?
The concert review? Oh, I'm going to see Stone Sour.
There you go.
This Sunday. That's why we're doing the cast today.
It's a little road trip. You do it tomorrow, man. Do it.
Yeah.
All right, good thing going on.
Yeah. So again, I'm enjoying the game. I made my character. I based one on our producer's Doom. It looks just like her.
So 50.
Like it looks like her. Like when you sit on her chair.
Oh,
the look that she gives you when you sit on her chair. That's the look that she has in the game.
Oh shit! All right, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying it though. It's a very beautiful game. I did pick it up for the PS4. So far I haven't played with a group yet, so I'm looking forward to doing that. But again, I'm enjoying it.
Glad to hear.
Have any stories?
So you don't have any, or do we?
No,
have
I
any?
don't really have any stories because I just started. So I'm doing the basic missions right now. Just as a single player, just trying them out, getting used to weapons. I decided on the sword axe shield thing.
Charge blade.
Yeah, the charge blade.
Well, I mean, it is all of those things.
It is all of those things.
Yeah, and it looks pretty cool.
Not wrong. Yeah. I do have some tales from the Monster Hunters playing with our dear friend Snipe. It's a situation where monsters are assholes in Monster Hunter. Just know that, and particularly Rathalos. So I got hit with a combo, right? I'm running around sharpening. I get caught with a tackle, so I get stunned. Usually what happens after you get stunned, what does he do? He's going to jump back, and now he's going to fireball at you. So he fireballs into RNG gods, misses all 3. He shoots 2 to my left and 1 to my right, just missing me. So he's rearing up for the unusual 4th. And as he's about to blow, Snipe knocks him over for this just fantastical, just save life moment. Like there should be a card in the game for lifesaver. It's like you just see it's me standing there freaking out, wondering why my Palico hasn't hit me with its big sword like it normally does when you're stunned. That's a mixed bag of if they do that or not.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm just standing there, and you see from my perspective.
Trying to just come to your neighborhood? What?
Not mine.
Holla if you hear me.
But it was just a fantastic moment, just being saved. Because I'm just standing there, I can't move. I got the stun, I got the little dizzy thing around my head, I can't move. Fireballs are coming at me, this big giant dragon monster's going to end my life, and then you just see it fall over. It's just fantastic save. It's like, oh my goodness, it's just monsters in that game, just their patterns, what they do. It's just amazing. And then watching, there's always hilarity in watching the monsters fight each other. Again, he posted a video of him in a tree looking at a Raytheon fight an Anjanath, and then a Kulu walks out of nowhere, picks up on a rock out of it. So Anjanath is fighting the Raytheon. The Raytheon shoots fireballs at it, knocks it over, hits it twice, bang, bang. And you see the Kulu come out to the side, dig the rock out of the ground, and just jump at the freaking Anjanath on the ground, just breaks the rock on its head, and then runs away. It's like, just monsters in that game are assholes to each other.
Yeah.
There's a whole territorial thing in that game.
Especially fucking basil juice. We call them Beetlejuice. I call them the juice.
Beelzebub.
But yeah, that's a trip. Just like,
yeah.
I found myself sitting there while I was playing and fighting it by myself for the first time. I was like, what is this? What am I even watching? Like, it starts on the ground as this big, it looks like a Zeppelin with wings.
With
like a big silver Zeppelin with wings, and then it flies up in the air, and it doesn't do the normal pattern of shoot a fireball directly at you. It just starts carpet bombing the area, and then on the third pass, it crashes into what it dropped, and it looks like an actual like plane crashing into the ground. And it's like, what is this?
What is this actual bird? What is this thing? So yeah, no, I agree.
And it loves to beat up other monsters. Like since I've gotten to high rank and I've stopped at 7-star, I have as to just make a bunch of stuff, because that's what I do. So like, I typically don't finish a monster hunter because I make everything. So I got to this.
I gotta join you. Yes, then, I added you on the PSN.
Okay, good. But while I'm farming or just helping out people, 9 times out of 10, fucking the juice shows up and fucks up your day.
The juice is loose.
It's not even funny.
Not Hoovy.
Not that juicy. Not that juicy. Not juicy.
Another asshole monster. I forgot its name. It's this blue T-Rex. Not T-Rex. It's a blue Velociraptor looking thing, and its abilities opens up these flaps that flashes. That has a flash, and every time you're fighting a monster in the Coral Highlands, it'll run up to it, flash it, and run away.
Yep.
It's just an asshole monster to other monsters, because 9 times out of 10 it does not attack you. It doesn't attack the monster. It comes in, gets aggro, flashes the monster. Most of the time it's helpful to you, because it'll drop a flying monster right out of the air. And if you see him there, you should already instinctively know to just prepare yourself, get a shield up or get out of its cone, and then you get free hits on whatever monster it drops. Sometimes you get caught too, so you get the little dizziness.
That's hilarious.
It's pretty great.
That makes me laugh.
It's just really good. So Monster Hunter is super fun, and again, you're right, continues to be just a gorgeous game.
So many little details about each monster. That's pretty cool.
I'm actually I'm digging the way it looks and shit. It's just a beautiful looking game. It has some Skyrim feel to it, which I'm digging because I've been on Skyrim, as you guys know.
So I'm digging it.
I kind of I'm actually looking to invest in the PS Pro, just to want the full aspect of the game. But I was gonna look for one anyway because my PS4 keeps crapping out.
Yeah.
So I'm looking just to buy a new one and whatnot. So that's gonna be good. But I can't wait to play with you guys and actually play a game with you guys and sit down and play for a while. I haven't had time to really sit down like that. So this weekend, because my lady will be in Toronto, so Thursday, Friday, I'm just gonna be a couch potato and be playing the game.
Gotcha.
Dope.
Okay. All right. So.
Oh, and also we're doing a Power Ranger cast party.
There you go. I was about to say wrap it up, but do you have anything else to plug?
Yeah, check out our Wild Force cast we did last week. Check out the Wrestling Babble. Our Red Cyclone Inc. page is still red and hot. We're always fucking adding new stuff into that. The Wrestling Babble is doing extremely well. We have
shout out your co-host. Shout out your co-host on the Power Ranger cast.
Shout outs to Tommy T. He always has a fucking name.
So.
Yes, we're doing our Power Ranger Wild Force. We're doing our Power Ranger cast. He's usually my co-host with them until SPD, and then Mike Louis Beans will join us because that's the one he's ready to talk about.
Oh god, I love SPD.
But we're going through Ninja Storm, which I'm actually really enjoying. Like, this is a different take on the Rangers. It's the first time with just 3 basic Rangers. The first time with double colored Rangers. Like, there was 2 blue and 2 red Rangers.
Wow, I've never actually seen that.
Well, one is kind of maroon-ish. It's like a darker red.
But do they acknowledge it?
They don't consider themselves colors. They consider themselves the bug they are.
Oh, all right.
So there's like the beetle and the sting bug or some shit like that. Rangers. Yeah. They're not red or blue.
Okay.
But then again, the Rangers themselves, they don't consider themselves. They're the Wind Rangers. So, but one is the Wind Ranger, Water Ranger.
I got you.
Ranger. All right. We have a lot of things to talk about because it is a weird season. It's a funny season. It's a weird season, and the Zords are camouflaged in human world. So it's crazy seeing a Ferris wheel turn into a Zord. Like, what if people are on that Ferris wheel?
I'm sure there's seats inside. The little Ferris wheel that you're in, it just transforms to a little viewing window.
No, you turn into a big ass freaking robot.
No. Hopefully you don't get smashed up inside.
The magic of teleportation,
and then also
get transferred with no memory of what happened.
And then also, the dolphin is from a big ass cruise ship.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
And then the Red Rangers is a falcon, and
what is it from? Like the Wildlands or something? Oh, did we lose Mark towards the end? No.
Oh no! But he's gonna do the cast. Listen to his Power Ranger cast. Enjoy that.
Yeah. No, definitely. Man. Make sure to follow Mark on SoundCloud. Mark with the mic.
Mark with the mic. Wrestling Babble on SoundCloud. Yep.
Yes.
On YouTube, look at his game uploads. He's playing Skyrim, posting that up.
Yeah.
Also, listen.
Going through that right now. Okay.
He's our top moderator for RedCycloneInc Facebook page. Follow us all on the social media. It's RedCycloneInc. Will be with Louis Beans on Twitter because he does it up.
Yeah, we got Twitter, Facebook. We got the
Instagram.
Facebook group. Yeah, Instagram. Where I put up Mass Effect photos from the playthrough I'm doing right now.
Dopeness.
And some Monster Hunter stuff. We also have the Tumblr page. Check that out. RedCycloneInc on everything.
I'm going to try to independently record because it seems like, just to get content out there. He's doing his podcast. When I finish Altered Carbon and whatever other altered or alternative Netflix thing that I got going on with the wife, I'm going to try to convince her to do our own little review show for some of these crazy shows that me and her have been enjoying together. She's definitely got a different perspective on things that she sees in narratives. So, I'm going to try to get that going.
We got a WordPress, dog.
We got a WordPress.
You got thoughts?
Gonna post it up there, certainly.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's another great episode, guys.
All right, y'all. Take it easy. Peace.